Hello everyone. It's now 8 p.m. Oh wait. Yeah. So I have a slight headache right now. And they are using my phone camera. So my phone is acting all kinds of weird. Like the previous video with me talking about the food stamps, TikTok said it couldn't upload the video, and then it started to try to upload again. So it's acting kind of strange. You know, being a small town, it really sucks because what happened to my phone, I wouldn't have anybody to call for transportation to go out to Victoria and get another phone. I just wouldn't get another phone if something happened. But my phone is breaking down on me. It's been acting very messed up. But I can't believe I had it for at least 9 months almost. I mean, like, I remember that I did get August 30th. I had me and my birthday because the other phone, it was going down the tubes anyway. And it got water damaged and it got lost. And, and then they found it. Well, somebody found it and it got all water damaged. And, I lost all my information out of my phone unexpectedly and unprepared, But I was able to recover some information and some of my short stories, some of my important documents. I only got to retrieve some stuff back, but so I was watching, like my anxiety was high over the middle of the night, because of it's like I've been like on my Targeted by the PsychWorld backup channel. After I did a couple of videos on there a couple of days ago, 2 people got hateful and unfollowed, and I don't know if they blocked me. And so on TikTok, people have been unfollowing and blocking me left and right. And it's like, I don't bother or harass nobody on TikTok. I just post what I need to post. I don't comment that much on YouTube. I mean, I don't comment a whole lot. I used to back then on YouTube or whatever, but I be trying to make an intentional and conscious decision. Just stay when I'm supposed to, But every now and then I might comment on, but yeah, it's like, because I started getting followers out of nowhere, but still hardly any, it seemed like, well, I could have had a whole lot more followers on TikTok, but just like Starbricker being a mastermind behind all my YouTube videos being sabotaged, the fake Darnell Williams perp is the main one. Like when he started harassing me and making false reports and having other people gang up on me and do the same thing, that's when my TikTok views and likes and everything started to be like not reaching anywhere. And it's like he will comment under my followers, supportive comments or people's supportive comments, and slander me and manipulate them to block me and unfollow and falsely report me and turn against me and make it like I'm just such a horrible, bad person. And they do that they've been doing that on YouTube as well. I mean, they got people who claim that they're targeted and they fell for the perp's lies. I'm like, chosen my ass. God's chosen elect my fucking ass. So, it seemed like with them sabotaging and attacking my TikTok now, it doesn't make sense to have freaking, and even on YouTube, to have over 1,000 followers or subscribers and you barely get 50 views. And then the main people watching everything you do is the obsessed stalkers who tell everybody to ignore you and stay away from you while they stalk everything you do. They do the same thing to my blog. So I was watching over, it seemed like last night quite a few people, between last night and this morning, quite a few people unfollowed and blocked me on TikTok for nothing. I'm like, what is going on? So, excuse me. So, and it's like, a lot of times you can't really find out who blocked you on TikTok. And then if they block you first, then, you can't do like on Twitter and find out who blocked or unfollowed you and then go back and block them right back. But, I've been having to block people who harass me and bother me or stalk me or troll me or whatever. Gang stalkers. Or if you make an offensive comment or if you're a narcissistic abuser, then I block you. But, but on rare occasions, if I keep seeing, frequently seeing stuff on my feed that I don't want to see, and seeing like, or somebody did me something or offended or hurt me, then I block you. But like if they have, say for example, I'm neither Democratic nor Republican and never have been. I never voted a day in my life. Not that kind of voting, but I voted for homecoming in high school and junior high and stuff. But like political voting, I never in my life ever voted. Never. But I've been registered to vote before, but now I'm not registered to vote, and I don't care to ever be registered to vote anymore. Voting is, I just hate anything about, I don't even really care. But what got me interested in any kind of politics at all, I will avoid politics like the plague. But for me to be interested in any kind of politics or anything political was Illuminati and New World Order research. Finding out that neither the Democrat nor Republican parties are your friends. So that they both are two different sides of evil. But they try to make like as if Democrat is more evil and Republican is less evil. But, then I've been hearing throughout the years that a lot of people say that Republicans are racist against blacks and low income, or they're prejudiced of low income and stuff like that, But they won't give black people an opportunity. Black people won't even give their own black people an opportunity. So, that caused me anxiety to realize, well, what did I do to deserve to be blocked, or who blocked me, or for what? But I don't know if they believed, when I try to show the fake Darnell Williams harassment, if they believe the lies that he spread about me and me exposing him. Like if they want to talk about Candy, if he wanted to talk about Scam D Greed Pre or something. Scam D Greed Pre, talking about Candy Grand Prix or something. Or Greedy Grand Perp or whatever he tries to say. And if he wanted to try to say, oh, Candy's a scammer and, but if he hadn't heard the other perp say it, then he wouldn't have the idea to say that. Or he loves to lie and say that I own a penthouse. Or so maybe they got people who believe in that about me and then blocking me. But I'm exposing everything he's doing. Everybody was mad at me for the witchcraft video that I exposed on TikTok with me showing that how they market witchcraft to kids. And I showed that a couple of years ago in Pensacola. I think it was that same book. So I got a lot of hate. A lot of people got mad at me. Even a so-called professed Christian pastor. Really? You're supposed to be a Christian pastor, and you narcissistically think it's ridiculous for me to point out the witchcraft agenda, that they're manipulating and destroying kids. So people who are brainwashed and ignorant, they make it like as if when you tell the truth, you're trolling. They make it like you're a trolling, or that this must. You're brainwashed and indoctrinated to believe, such and such a thing. And then somebody tell you the truth, then they'll. Then you falsely accuse that person of trolling or being ridiculous. But a lot of truthers and Christians, trying to help and liberate, spread the word to liberate, and only Jesus can really, liberate all of us. We all need him, and we all need help from him. But we sitting here trying to, spread the word, spread the gospel, and so if you go on a so-called Christian message board and you say anything conspiratorial truth, then they'll block you and falsely accuse you of trolling or spreading division and hate. And I'm like, wow, but the Bible, it prophesizes, all the wickedness or speaking out, so you can't even bring up, issues, certain relevant issues or anything, You get blocked while they're brainwashed and going along with the New World Order. And you get blocked for speaking anti-New World Order. Or, if you're a Christian and you talk about how you getting gang stalked and you go on a Christian message board, they will falsely accuse you of trolling for attention. Can't even, or if you go to church, you will get bullied out of the church. Physical church in real life, if you talk about, go and tell your pastor about how you being gang stalked. Nah, because he'll run you out of the church. Kick you out. Or he'll have everybody else stop, follow, and harass you and keep tabs on you and monitor you like you are in detention. So, last night I was feeling, I felt anxiety about the, about whether or not the food was considered undercooked. And, but the meat. And, I felt scared all night, but I think it was around somewhere between 12 and 2 o'clock in the morning, I took some of the bentonite clay, and my stomach feels normal, But I felt anxiety about that and did a video about that. about being scared about the food not being cooked all the way, the meat not being cooked all the way in the crock pot and stuff. And so, but flavor wise, it was pretty good. And and yeah, and what also made me, you know, it caused me anxiety and made me upset that Starbreaker, she put that false bad review right back after I got it deleted. But I'm not allowed to do that, on my own shit. If she get me falsely deleted or something like that or something. Or any perks. And it's like, I'm tired of this battle and war, and you just won't back off and leave me alone. So, as I said, you in your 60s harassing somebody that's about to be 40 years old, you're harassing me unprovoked for nothing. So, yeah, I mean, and then they can make it like I deserve to be punished with this, or I deserve to be punished with that, or I'm such a bad person. And then when I, then when I say that y'all all this, evil and abuse and bullying and stuff, y'all and trolling or whatever, y'all going to hell. Oh, they're making like I don't have the authority or the right to tell anybody that they're going to hell. Well, you don't have any authority or the right to feel like I deserve to be gang stalked or to be monitored or to be surveilled or have all these things happen to me. And they've been trying to push me over the edge, pushing me to the brink of unnecessary insanity. It's insane and ridiculous that you want to try to force an internet stranger to stop publishing ebooks and stop writing when you should just, leave me alone. If I'm not even talking to you or about you, leave me alone. But y'all some criminals. So it's like they want me to be held accountable for stuff that they falsely accused me of. But if the fake Darnell Williams perp, Starbreaker, Aquarian Doris, and my twin sister and her devout cult followers, and any other gang stalking bullies, in person and online, if they can end up getting put in handcuffs and be arrested and be brought to trial and be held accountable for their crimes, from the top to the bottom, from the lowest level gang stalker to the highest level elite, all y'all need to be brought down. But there is a special spot in hell for y'all, because y'all pledge allegiance to wickedness. Y'all don't even try to do righteous. I mean, if God is, the one who I'm supposed to depend on and who I'm supposed to lean on and who's supposed to be the final authority, what makes you think you're a bit above him or bigger or better or higher than him? Y'all some Luciferian Satanist trolls. And she needs to be banned from, her and the other gang stalkers, they need to be banned from, posting, because that's their outlet to harass now. I mean, as I said, people block me, but I don't go and bully, troll, and harass them for years. If she made a perp troll comment, and I blocked her, and then she started sabotaging me really bad. She is worse than Gothic Martha and ETX Yellow Rose, who used to hurt. They used like Starbreaker and ETX Yellow Rose, they pretty much like the same. But ETX Yellow Rose from Yahoo Answers back then in 2006 and 2007, she started stalking, following, and harassing me everywhere on Yahoo Answers. All because I was upset one day and I said something about the foster sister Shelly's son Ryan. Because he was like 8 years old, and they tried to he was 7 or 8 years old, and I didn't know it at the time, but they were using him to perk me. So, and so ETX Yellow Rose try to condemn me, talking about that I speak ill of God's children or something like that, and that all children are God's children. And she used that as for an excuse to justify stalking, following, and harassing and terrorizing me and setting me up, getting my accounts wiped out and everything for years. And then they will say abusive and cruel stuff, on Yahoo Answers. And then they falsely accused me of being a reporter troll, a person who trolls and falsely reports everything, and which is not true. You keep bothering and harassing me and making abusive, rude comments, and the abuse during the Yahoo Answers days, the abuse, like they would say harsh and abusive things with me trying to seek emotional support or ask for advice about my family abuse and stuff, and trying to figure out what's going on. And then I would get victim blaming and abuse and attacks and harsh attacks and everything. And being falsely accused me of playing the victim. They would falsely accuse me of playing the victim all the time. So then, I didn't realize Yahoo Answers is run with abusive narcissistic snakes, like venomous snakes. And then, I lost my train of thought. So, and then Quora's even worse. But, if somebody says something about other people, I wouldn't go and try to report it. I mind my own business. But because I was told, mind your own business, so I mind my own business. And so, if they, and I didn't realize that was online gang stalking, from ETX Yellow Rose and Gothic Martha, and all the rude answers that you get by everybody. And then they also made it like I deserve to be suppressed on there, because I wouldn't get a lot of answers, or I wouldn't get a lot of feedback or support or anything like that. But ETX Yellow Rose and Gothic Martha used to stalk and follow everything and harass everything I do on Yahoo Answers. So Gothic Martha must have been a Satanist, And then I would get devoured and attacked anytime I try to ask questions in the people with disabilities section on Yahoo Answers. This lady named Chili's woman, and she had a Down syndrome son, and she would give answers harsh enough to make me cry. And she was the top leader in that section. So, I had many nights for quite a few years, from like between 2006 and 2011. I had moments where people would be abusive and rude enough that I lost sleep, feeling anxiety about what they said to me or the way they treated me and stuff. And just wondering just why. I didn't realize they were online Yahoo Answers gang stalkers. And like if I reach out to somebody to ask a question on Quora, in which the gang stalkers slandered me, lied on me, and bullied me and ran me off Quora in the narcissistic abuse section and the targeted individuals section. They all huddled together and had me blocked. So it's like I couldn't even get support because my abusive, narcissistic, perp, bully twin sister lied and said that she was the victim and that I'm the narcissist. And then she smear campaigned and lied and made everybody beware of me. As I said, you wouldn't find that funny to lie on somebody and say that they touched your infant baby. You don't laugh at shit like that. You don't lie about it and you don't laugh at it. So that's part of the gang stalking, that they falsely accuse you of doing stuff that they did or stuff that you never did or that you've been always innocent of. And they want to try to make their lies, they tweak their lies to sound believable. And then, manipulate everybody to be against you and hate you. So, like, if I ask a question on Quora, it would be like, it reminded me like as if I was walking into the woods and unknowingly stepped on a rattlesnake or a viper or something very, very, or a water moccasin or something very, 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 very venomous. So, yeah, it made me feel like as if I accidentally stepped on a rattlesnake or a viper or something, or a water moccasin or something. So, like how harsh, like as if their responses would bite me so harshly to the point where it's venomous enough to almost kill me. On Quora. They're worse than Yahoo Answers. But I heard a lot of people from Yahoo Answers gravitated towards Quora once Yahoo Answers got shut down. So speaking of online cruelty, I felt anxiety about the online abuse from last night in the middle of the night. And the stuff I noticed and the stuff I saw and the way I've been treated, and couldn't sleep. And plus feeling anxiety about the food stamp thing, feeling anxiety about the Social Security, and feeling anxiety about feeling afraid that I might have been food poisoned, and feeling anxiety, like watching over all my social media like a hawk because of trying to protect myself from online harassment and abuse, or them trying to get me taken down or whatever. So then, like, it was almost 6:30 this morning. My phone battery, I was feeling anxiety and just on my phone all night, just, because of the attacks and harassment and the fake Darnell Williams perp. Excuse me. He came and harassed me on the Targeted by the PsychWorld backup channel with at least 2 or 3 more accounts. And then he had backups of accounts to harass me on TikTok. He got backups of backups. Secret hidden backups of backups to stalk, follow, and harass me on TikTok. So, and it's like when people be cruel on social media, and you feel bad about it, or even if in person, if somebody says something bad about you and you feel hurt about it, then you get told that you're the one who's full of negativity, or that you're the one who's spreading negativity, or that you're the one who's full of drama. But like all these unnecessary bullying and hate comments come from abusive, narcissistic gang stalkers. So like when I was kind of new here, and I made and I did the video with the 2 cheeseburgers and the Carolina mustard barbecue sauce, and and I had the cookies, like the little cheap butter cookies. Those ain't even $1 no more. But those cheap butter cookies, those ring cookies, um, those ring butter cookies, those ring butter cookies, I had those on the side, and somebody on TikTok it looked like as if they were 20 years old and part of the LGBT community or whatever, and they try to insult me, by trying to say that those are the driest burgers I've ever seen. Well, motherfucker, it was quite juicy. But if I were to strike back and call you any LGBT related name because you fucking were harassing me first, then you're the victim now. Leave me the fuck alone. Just stop it. And you're not very disrespectful. You're young enough to be my child. So when I would deal with mental health counselors, they would do victim blaming and say, well, you put yourself out there to, well, how come other people can post the same content and get respect and they don't get trolled and harassed? Or even in person, if I would be used and taken advantage of and being abused and bullied, and they making like, well, you make yourself vulnerable, you put yourself out there, but it's like, what am I doing? They don't even, if I'm just being quiet, minding my business, and then the fake mental health counselors, they get surprised when I abruptly quit going to see them. When I quit going to see them. So then excuse me. So this morning, I didn't get. Now let me tell you this. Another reason why I couldn't sleep last night, because Perks blasted super loud music at precisely 3:28 a.m. this morning. Excuse me. And then again, just before 5 o'clock this morning. And then I heard a lot of ruckus and noise right after I tried to go to bed at like 6:30 this morning. My phone was like down to 4 or 3% and almost died. So then I put it on a charger, and then I went to sleep. Well, I didn't get to go to sleep right away. It took like at least a half hour to 45 minutes for me to finally fall asleep. And then when I woke up, I don't know, it was 12 something. It had to have been 12:30 or something. And I lingered in the bed for a while. And then I went to use the bathroom, and it was like almost 1 o'clock. It wasn't 1 o'clock yet, but it was almost 1 o'clock. And I woke up, so I might say I got like 5 or 5.5 hours. And I woke up still feeling sleep deprived and feeling some of that nausea and vertigo. But after I drank some water, I felt better, felt back to normal. But it's 3:41 p.m. Or is it my phone saying? Whoa. 3:42 p.m. And they they freezing my phone. They are freezing my phone. So it's 3:42 p.m. Excuse me. So it's 3:42 p.m. and so I felt like I had some of the vertigo and nausea when I woke up. And so after um, I went to use the bathroom, and one of the first things, not the first thing, but one of the first things I did after checking all my messages and stuff is, thankfully, I hope they're satisfied with what I sent them, because I try to send them, it looked like I was only allowed to send them one picture or one screenshot of my information. So I hope they accept it, for the food stamps. So I was able to get in one screenshot of information of showing them, because I'm glad I didn't have to manually go to the post office and mail anything off, or go to the physical food stamp office, because I don't know how far backed up they would be for the transportation. I'm standing right next to the air conditioner. My phone is almost done charging. Well, I'm standing next to the air conditioner. My phone is I just took the phone off the charger. It's almost done charging. So, I'm sorry for the phone freezing up. See this TV right here? I don't touch this TV. I never turn it on. And I got 2 remote controls. I never mess with the TV. So I was standing right next to the air conditioner, so I'm sorry if that noise bothered y'all. So I have a headache and still feel somewhat sleepy. So I drank water, but I didn't eat anything yet. So So when I woke up and I saw on TikTok, now they have this black female that I was, she came on my recommendations on all 3 of my YouTube channels. Excuse me. So it's a black female. I think her name is Tanera Double Chocolate or something. And, she'd be like, everybody's so creative. And then I would see her, when they, like, she's a black female who got really popular and famous off of, and they had quite a few people who got popular and famous off of doing food reviews or their opinion about people cooking their food. So if they would have these, it seemed like she would always pick on white women though. But I saw her do, a white guy earlier. I saw a video. But it seemed like she mainly loves to do this to white people, So it's supposed to be comedy and funny, or I don't know if she means any harm, and I don't know if the people get offended at her, But but it's like, it's like if they have these people who do like strange, nasty food combinations, stuff that's just wild that you never even would have thought of, And but I guess it's supposed to be comedy and it's supposed to be comedy and funny and maybe not meant to harm. Just like a lot of comedians, they might say stuff that's offensive, but it's their job or they get paid to do this, and they, it's not supposed to be taken seriously. So, somebody on YouTube told me that the pasta dish that I cooked yesterday in the crock pot. That I would trust me, if it was a regular stove, it would have been I would have cooked it I would have cooked the food differently. I would have cooked it differently. So just because you don't like something doesn't mean that somebody deserves to be punished with being trolled or harassed. So they had this white female perp that recommended my video on TikTok to the Tenera person. And so I deleted that white girl's comment. I deleted her comment and blocked her because I knew she was trying to, I knew that she was doing it for doing it for the purpose of trying to bully me. They had a few people who pressed the like button on my video, and somebody on YouTube told me that it looked good, that my food looked good, But for me, it tasted good. So you ain't got to eat it. So why the hell you sitting there, just bullying and harassing somebody unprovoked, trying to put somebody down for nothing? Because for me to be a black female, nearly 40 years old, disabled, with a bachelor's degree, and then being targeted, I'm sitting here getting frustrated with this freaking crock pot because I can't get it right. But stove cooking, I got it. I know how to cook macaroni and cheese or whatever, pasta, rice. I can cook almost anything on the stove. But I'm just still trying to, maybe if I took other people's recipes and followed it step by step, then, it would come out great. But I'm just sitting here experimenting and trying stuff on my own. And I'm not trying to troll or trying to get anybody's attention or anything, But maybe this person must have thought that butternut squash pasta is just nasty. Or for me to put coconut oil in it, or I don't know. But I was trying to be my own kind of creative, but not in a nasty way, or for my food to be considered looking like, or looking or tasting gross. But so it's like I was scared about the idea of the possibility of the meat being undercooked. But the pasta, I think, was a little bit overcooked. But if it was on a regular stove or a burner or something, the pasta would come out normal, but I just cannot get it right in a crock pot. But, I'm practicing and, and I don't have a whole lot of crock pot cooking experience. I'm more used to the stove. But I told y'all that several years ago, I think I did have some cube butternut squash, and I think it was some white beans and turkey cutlets, like cut up. It wasn't even shredded, it was cut up. And I probably had it with some rice. I don't remember exactly what I put in it, or I don't even remember all the ingredients that I put in it, but everybody went nuts over it and couldn't stop talking about it. And I'm like, how come I can't cook like that no more? But one time I tried to cook, I think it was millet or something, in the crock pot, and it was messed up. So I don't know how I was able to do it, because it was a crock pot that I got from the thrift store in Greenville, South Carolina. I got a crock pot from the thrift store for $5, and it didn't have a top on it, but it worked really well. Or somebody gave me the crock pot, I don't remember. But I would cook all the time. So, it's been 2.5 months since I've been here. And, I'm recent. I mean, imagine me going years without being able to cook or but I cooked something, a couple of times in 2020. Like, imagine going a whole entire year without being able to cook. So, or imagine going 2 or 3 years without being able to cook because you're homeless. And I got sick and tired of microwave food. And, even here, it's like microwave food. But I feel like it got to be harmful, but Starbricker, she tried to talk about that it was a useless so-called recipe that I even put in a few recipes for survival meals. If you're homeless or whatever and all you got is a microwave, it's for survival. But she tried to make it like as if I was doing something just really bad or really wrong. Like, as I said, for you to criticize everything I do or everything I write. And, as you're too old to be childish and petty. And then you reverse it on me and lie and say I'm childish. She calls me childish at every opportunity, every chance she gets. And it's like, I don't even know you. Just leave me alone. But this is really creepy though. So yeah, so it's like that white female acted like as if she was trying to put me out there to be trolled and embarrassed by somebody that's big with a lot of influence. Enough that you trying to set somebody up to try to be bullied to the point of suicide. You fucked up for that. So other people didn't think that my dish looked that bad, but maybe you just didn't like butternut squash pasta sauce. Okay, but I love it better than regular tomato pasta sauce. So and I called myself wanting to do something special for myself, and then yeah, I forgot what happened yesterday. I kind of woke up later and but yeah, but if that veal meat is so thin and it was thin enough that it thawed completely within like about 20 minutes. And the same thing with the snapper fish fillets that I had. Same with the snapper fish. Like, it thawed. I was surprised at how quick it thawed. But the 12 pieces of chicken that I had, chicken drumsticks, that the chicken would take it would take some hours to thaw out. So I'm wondering if it thawed out so quickly. It thawed out fast. So I don't understand if it thawed out fast, why did it take so long and it still wasn't all the way cooked? But if I would like to try to, well, since I got food stamps now, I would like to try to get a burner and a couple of pots, or maybe a Dutch oven, like a pan and like one pan and one Dutch oven. I think that's all I need. One pan, one Dutch oven, and a burner. And I think the burners, they might sell for like $20 at Dollar General, Family Dollar, whatever. And I got my toaster oven, but one advantage to the crock pot is if I'm having a direct energy attacks or not feeling that great, you know, if I'm having like a sleep deprived day, then I can cook beans or casseroles or whatever in a crock pot. I can make beans or casseroles or whatever in a crock pot, But even in 2017 and 2018, when I had a place to live, and I would be sleep deprived to the point where it would be too dangerous for me to cook, and I would be sleep deprived to the point where I would be choking on food when I ate. I mean, I didn't have like a total emergency 911, but I'm sitting here, choking on food. Or, too, like as if I couldn't even chew the food properly and choking on food because of being so sleep deprived. So, I mean, yeah, I want to still keep the crock pot. I want to still keep the crock pot and still use it. As I said, for certain days, if I might want to do beans or other casseroles or something like that. But, if I can get a burner and a Dutch oven and a skillet, and I would have to get all I got is just one, I got plastic silverware, and I got this one spoon right here, and I got this dollar knife, just got it, for for cutting up fruit and meat and stuff and vegetables. And I got this can opener. And I got like plastic forks, spoons, and knives, And I got 2 plates. And I got a few cups. Whoa. See, they're freezing my phone. I got 2 plates and I got a few cups. And I got a few Tupperware containers. And, Tupperware storage containers. So, yeah, I still got use for the crock pot, but I just feel like my cooking would come out better. My cooking would come out better if I did it on the stove. But that was me. I chose the crock pot. I thought it would be so easy. That all you got to do, because, as I said, people on YouTube try to make it like all you got to do is just throw random food in the crock pot and put a lid on it and put it on low for 8 hours and then go about your life. And, the perps insulted me really bad for, I wasn't sure how big the crock pot was, or, with the beans and rice, the very first thing I cooked, it turned out messed up. So, and I'm used to a regular size refrigerator. I'm not used to even though I stayed in hotels and motels, and had the mini fridge, but just living off of microwave food and stuff. And when I was at the extended stay hotel in Blue Ash, Cincinnati, it was a big tease because there was a stove and a microwave. Microwave too. A stove, an oven, and a big refrigerator. But, for me to have this little mini refrigerator and everything just mini and small, as I said, the perps, I never know what's going to happen. For me to stay here, even tomorrow is not even guaranteed. nothing is guaranteed when you're nothing good or positive is really guaranteed when you're a targeted individual. But it seems like negative and bad stuff is always guaranteed when you're targeted. Nothing good in a promising way, really. Nothing good is really promising, when you're targeted. So, it seems like as if I have to live day to day. Like I have to live every day, like it's my last, because I don't have the money to bounce out of here. But, if I would have had enough money and for something to happen enough to where I end up having to bounce and get the hell out of here and then end up back on the streets. So it's like, I can't even get comfortable here and settled here like I really would like to. I can't even be comfortable or settled here like I really want, like I really wish to, So, and so it's like other people if they try to be creative with cooking and stuff, they get glorified as amazing. As long as you practice witchcraft and you sold your soul to the devil, you get praise. But for me, to try to be just different, like I deserve to be trolled and assaulted. Like as if I deserve to be punished. It's like, y'all don't have to eat this food. Now, basically, I'm just showing how I'm surviving, being low income and targeted and disabled and everything. But that's a problem for you. So I had some tang last night with my dinner, and I'm hoping that I guess I'm gonna have some tang again today. But that's what I don't have any ice trays and in this compact mini fridge. What I do usually is that if I try to get the water, most of the time I'd be just drinking lukewarm tap water, and the water is, as I say, it's nasty. The water tastes like mildew. I mean, I know baking soda kills mildew and mold, but the water tastes like mildew and baking soda mixed in together. That's what it tastes like. And only one time, a few days ago or a week ago, I saw that the water was clear and tasted clear and like normal. But a lot of the time, the water, it runs out cloudy, and it does like Greenville, South Carolina. They said it has the purest, cleanest, and most natural water in the whole wide world, or something like that. But they said Greenville has soft water, and so that's why it would take like 20 minutes to wash soap off your hands. But the hotter the water is, that's the easier the soap would rinse off. But the colder it is, it'll be harder to rinse off. But yeah, this water must be soft water. I don't think it's hard water. But ever since coming here, though, not when I was homeless on the streets, but ever since coming here, I've been having this constant taste of like chitlins or shit on my tongue. No matter, but the other bentonite clay that I had to get rid of, that was making it worse. But this yerba prima stuff helped for my tongue to not have that taste. And also, I mean, because I know I got like oral thrush with the doggone abscess. I have oral thrush and candida. And I think I'm wondering if I have leaky gut and parasites too. I don't know. I don't know if I have leaky gut and parasites. So so since I got food stamps, I don't need to ask for money for food stamp. I mean, money for food for the rest of the month. I don't need to ask for money for food for the rest of the month. So on one of the videos I did in the middle of the night, I never get to. I'm gonna say it in case you didn't see the comment on that video. I don't get to choose my I don't get to choose the thumbnail in my YouTube videos. That was a point in time. For a brief moment I did, but I don't know. I can't even get to choose the thumbnail. So my eye was itching or something. I think I rubbed my eye twice in that 20-minute video. And so it seems like as if this thing is so evil. I mean, it seemed like the artificial intelligence or whatever software or whatever, ever since I got this phone, it seems like they love to capture me unintentionally doing one eye symbolism like this or something, or like, and they put it in the thumbnail, and it's like, or so like me rubbing my eye like that, they'll use like, wow, they're freezing my phone again. They're freezing my phone again. So for me to rub my eye like this or something, because it's itching, they're freezing my phone camera again. So for me to rub my eye because it's itching or something, because my eye would be itching, of course, but it seemed like it loves to try to capture one eye symbolism or satanic symbolism when you're not even trying to do that. So and then it manipulate other targeted individuals to falsely think that I'm down with them, like down with the gang stalkers, or that I sold my soul, and I didn't. Now, like, this technology is so fucking cruel and evil, but God knows my heart. He knows my intent. So yeah, as I said, my eye was itching, and I guess without even thinking, I rubbed, like with me, touching my hair like this, it's like, but for me to rub my eye, they captured that and made it, and it might be part of the gang stalking hacking that they might be doing, but so I'm letting y'all know that wasn't me, and I didn't do that intentionally, but see, like, my head is itching right here just now. So if they capture that, or me turning my head like this, and they would capture like as if I got one eye showing. So I don't know why my phone I don't know why my phone camera keeps freezing up, but I guess that must be them hacking into my phone to give me the message to shut the fuck up and get off the phone camera. They've been attacking me since Saturday or Sunday, ever since Saturday night. So well, I really would hate to use my food stamps at some doggone Family Dollar or Dollar Tree. I'm sorry, Family Dollar or Dollar General. but 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 it's like I feel like I feel like I kind of ain't going to try to worry about running to the to the store today. I'm not going to try to run to the store today, even though I'm mildly tempted. So you know, since they keep on freezing my phone, you know, it seemed like, you know, me not having a job, um, you know, if you still like, if you wanted to donate something, I still have my information in the description box of almost all my videos. You know, you know, if you wanted, you know, if you wanted to donate or something, but as I said, how come the rich influencers with millions of subscribers or followers that sold